that new whip. Hey, who's that do trip?
And we're live.
Welcome to Bet Records, where we talk about hot topics, ideas, and all the shit you really want to hear.
Welcome back. I have no idea what episode we're on, but that's okay. Our intro's been the same, the viewers have been growing, and Q-Tip still has a yellow shirt on.
Oh, hey, I don't
This
always
is Bet Records. We got some cool stuff this week. Big thing, hot take. Very, very hot take. Is Call of Duty dead? Q-Tip, I know we were talking about this a little bit ago, just before, like, while we were just kind of warming up and stuff, but I've seen a lot of stuff recently that Call of Duty is just, I don't think they're going to do very well on this next, I think it's called Vanguard is their next game.
That's what it's called, yeah.
I've seen a lot of stuff that thinks that they're going to very, very, very underperform what they're expecting to do.
Well, what's supposed to be different with this one? I have honestly never heard
Well,
of it even.
that's exactly the thing, is that there's nothing different.
Yeah,
it's
there's really
literally
nothing different,
the same fucking game that Call of Duty's pushed out for the last 5-6 years.
Right.
Just with a different name and, like, in a little bit different era.
Yeah, they went back to World War II again, which is like what they always do when they're trying to just like get some quick
Make
sales.
a filler game.
Yeah, they went back to World War II. They tried to like hire some celebrity actors for like the story.
Really?
For some reason.
Who
but,
plays
like,
the story?
Yeah, nobody plays it for the story.
No.
And the multiplayer, the beta came out this week, this last weekend, is already full of hackers because I guess it uses the exact same engine as the last few games.
And
So
that's
it's literally
the same problem.
You can just load it up with hacks that were working on the last game, and it works with the new game.
Damn. Well, I suppose they have all the coding done. You just copy,
you just load
paste,
the hack in. Maybe
rename.
there's like a slight change you have to
Yeah.
make, but it was literally like copy and paste pretty much, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
that was my other question. Like, what's been the difference for the past 5 of them? I mean, yeah, they have zombies on some
They
and
just
not
kind
on
of
the other.
changed the
But
time period a little bit and then
they
slapped a
reuse
different
the same
name on
maps
it.
most of the
Yeah.
time. I mean,
The last, like, 3 games have been the same Warzone map.
yeah.
I mean, they did change it slightly in this last one, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, and Warzone itself doesn't have anti-cheat yet either. So like, they said in a statement like they know it's coming to the game, but they don't know when it's gonna come. And it doesn't seem like it's gonna come until way after release.
Well, and especially with Battlefield 2042
Yep.
coming out.
And also Halo Infinite too. This is like
Yeah.
this is the first time in years where all 3 major FPS
out again.
games have come out together in 1 year.
It's been a long time. I think probably back to probably Halo Reach, I would
Halo
say.
Reach or Halo 3, I think.
Yeah,
I wanna
one
say.
of those two. Yeah,
Yes,
it's
it's
been a
long
while.
time.
I don't know if you guys have seen, but Battlefield 2042 looks fucking
It looks
awesome.
really great, yeah.
It looks on par with probably Battlefield 3 or 4, which were blockbuster games. I mean, they sold way more than Call of Duty did.
Now, what would be the difference between that and Call of Duty?
Battlefield is a lot more open. Their engine is a lot better.
Yeah, it's a lot more
Are they
destructive
using
and,
DICE again
a lot
on
more
Battlefield
powerful.
2042?
Yeah, DICE, yep.
DICE, yeah. DICE is a really
DICE,
good
yep.
company. The cheating is, I mean,
Yeah,
almost
it's usually a lot
non-existent.
stronger game. It's usually a lot stronger game, a lot harder to cheat.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just their whole platform is better. I think their graphics are a little bit better, as well as Battlefield's just always been a little bit smoother of a game.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
it's not as fast paced, so it's a lot more. You have time to like run a little bit. It's not just like slide around a wall and
There's 3 people
get
around
melted
the flag
with a
or something,
shotgun
yeah.
or something. You know, it's
Okay.
it's a little more strategic.
More
Bat-
realistic, would you
yeah,
say? Probably?
Battlefield
Okay.
uses like
Much more realistic,
jets and helicopters and tanks and shit.
Yeah,
in all their maps.
larger scale maps, larger
Yeah.
scale battles, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can go on ships and use like cannons and stuff. Like it's pretty cool.
Weapons are a lot more realistic acting.
Yeah.
and they fire
Bullet
a lot,
drop
fire
is-
a lot
yeah.
harder. Yeah,
Interesting.
So it's just overall, in my opinion, I've always liked Battlefield a little
very
more than
different
Call of
game
Duty.
too.
Yeah. But the Halo you said Infinite is
Yeah,
what they're
Halo's
calling
Infinite
it.
is what it's called. Yep.
That's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah.
They haven't had a Halo in a long
Yeah.
time.
This Halo, it's launching without the campaign, but it's also going free to play too. So it will
the
appeal
whole
to a
game
lot
is
of
free
people.
to play.
The whole multiplayer is free to play, and they're using
Really?
a battle pass system that's also free. So
So
like
they're trying to do like a Fortnite-esque thing.
kind of yeah, but the battle pass itself is also free too. Like so, it's like you can get all the stuff in the battle
So
pass.
how
for
are they
free.
gonna make money?
I think they're just gonna do like skins and stuff. Is what their plan is.
But they're not. The battle pass is gonna be free.
Yeah, yep. So yeah, the battle pass is really free. That's how you like level up and like get like new guns and stuff like that. It's gonna be through that system.
That sounds interesting because I know a lot of games
Yeah.
are trying to. they've been really, especially the last couple years, Call
They're
of
going
Duty's
hard on the
really
Battle
bad
Pass.
on it. But yeah, the Battle Pass costs you like $30, and then the game costs you like $60, and then the skins cost you like $10 a pop, and then you know, it's just like
Just nuts,
Jesus, dude.
Interesting. I haven't even played Halo since like my 360. I don't think
that's what I'm saying.
Well, that was the last time
they released
had
one?
a game, isn't
Okay.
it?
They had Halo
they-
5 on the Xbox One,
Did
but it
they?
didn't do very well. Yeah,
Okay.
didn't do very well at
So
all.
I was never even super big into that one either, but
Oh, yeah,
interesting.
Halo over the last generation is pretty much non-existent. That's why they're trying to come back hard with Infinite.
Dude,
We'll see. I don't know how well it's gonna do, just because a lot of the appeal is like older people that are gonna like
True,
Halo,
that too,
whereas the
yeah.
younger generation probably don't even know what
They don't really
the fuck
know
Halo
as well.
is.
Yeah. But
Right.
with Call of Duty not looking so good, it could take a big market share. It could be Battlefield and Halo battling out, and Call of Duty's just
Yeah.
trying to pick up whatever market share
The
they can.
scraps or whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll
yeah.
see
and-
though.
Yeah, there's a lot of big stuff. It's gonna be definitely interesting as far as like the video game community goes, because that's been a booming industry for the past
Oh yeah,
for
especially
the
during
past
the
2
pandemic.
years. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. PlayStation, can you play games on your phone or no? Like PlayStation games?
I know they have that new Xbox thing that you can do that.
Yeah,
It's
so
like a
I
PSP
tried it.
type thing,
So yeah, I
right?
actually tried it. So you literally click play on this device on your phone, and
Yeah.
it mirrors your Xbox homepage, everything, to your phone. You connect a controller with Bluetooth. I played FIFA on my phone yesterday just to try it out.
That's weird. Does it
Yeah,
work good?
yeah, it worked just fine. The only thing that got fucked was when Cole tried to call me and it went black. I was like, fucker.
Yeah.
And I swiped
Yeah,
up
put
on it, so it went away. And
Well,
then,
yeah, and yeah, I'm sure you can't run in airplane mode if you're doing like multiplayer
Right.
too.
Yeah.
yep,
So
yep.
there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, I don't know if you have to be on
Maybe do
Wi-Fi
not
or
disturb
not.
with-
I'm sure you could probably still do it with data, you know.
Yeah.
But unless that's to be on the same Wi-Fi as your console, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, but yeah, no, it worked fine. I was like, okay, it's probably gonna be a little bit slow or something, but no, other than that call, it worked fucking just fine. Obviously
Interesting.
a little bit smaller, but if
Yeah.
you were to have an iPad or something, that would work perfect. Honestly,
Can you transfer it to an iPad as well in addition to the phone?
like 2 screens, you mean?
No, can you transfer
Yeah.
it to the iPad instead of?
So
the
what
phone?
it is it's just an Xbox app that you download, sign into your
It's
account.
like the Xbox Companion or whatever. Isn't that what they call it?
Something like that, yeah. It
Yeah.
used to be Smart Glass or something. I
Mm.
think they've renamed it since then. But yeah, basically, yeah, you just click a button on that app. So yeah, iPhone, Android, iPad, whatever.
Yeah, kind of whatever you got.
I wonder if you could probably do it on your laptop, honestly, if you got the app. I'm not
Mm.
even sure how that would work, but yeah, works
Yeah.
super easy.
Interesting. Yeah, I think that was something similar for PlayStation. It's called like PS Now, I think.
Mm.
I don't think you can do it on your phone, but you can do it like on a laptop or like another TV or something like that if you have it like connected to a computer.
Well, it's kind of weird that even PlayStation, they got rid of the PSP platform because they were. I mean, that was freaking revolutionary at the time. I don't know
PSP
why.
was really popular.
I don't know why they went away from that, because that was the first. I mean, let's be real. The Nintendo Switch is literally just a fucking PSP. That you
Yeah.
just put on your
Much
screen.
bigger PSP,
Yep. I saw a thing actually at work that the Nintendo Switch is literally the Wii U with removable remotes.
Yeah.
The Wii U is literally the same
Yeah.
portable thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just redid it again, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with the shooters this year for sure. It's gonna be a battle. But I don't know. I could see Call of Duty maybe falling down a step or two just because they really haven't done anything since I'd say more Modern Warfare.
Yeah. Well,
Warzone.
even I know that's a big concept with a lot of people who do play like video games pretty regularly with the cheaters and all that, because I mean, it's just the worst feeling to like walk into a room and then just get fucking deleted by somebody who's got like an aim hack and
Yeah, it's terrible. It's not
instantly
feeling
shoot
good.
your head, and it's like, oh, okay.
Damn.
Yeah, you watch the kill cam and you're just like, yeah, there's no way that was like even
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah, not even aiming at you, and it'd be like
Yeah.
the little headshot counter or whatever.
I only remember that. I don't even think, and I don't even game as much as you guys do, I suppose, but because I've only seen that in like the first couple Call of Duties, like bad, like different. You could put text on the screen and shit with like the first zombies and shit. But yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
They
Well,
don't there's no hacks in FIFA usually.
when I started
It's kind of hard
playing,
to hack in FIFA.
when I started playing
Hey,
Rainbow
Mott.
Six Siege when it first came out, that was like back in 2015. It was once the first season came out, like the first DLC map. It was crazy. It was really bad. The game was full of shooters, and they didn't fix it until like 2 seasons later. They finally put in Battle-Eyes, and that saved the game, thankfully. But it was brutal. You would just play ranked, and if you're like anywhere above like gold, you would just for sure, especially late at night when we would play, like after like 10 or 11, they'll just run into somebody who has a hack, or like they'll be losing and you'll be beating the shit out of them, and then somebody turns it on, and then they just start winning. Yeah, it's so frustrating.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it. But yeah, big stuff going there. A lot of big stuff going other places too. I know, Trenton, I think you had a list of the top gainers on your stock market this week, right?
Let me look for the green. All right, let's start from the top here.
My account too.
Oh, we got Snapchat up a little bit. Other than that, especially after yesterday, not a whole lot.
All right, well, moving on from there, let's get into football.
Oh, you want to go to football instead of potato, huh?
Oh, I forgot about potato.
Oh
yeah,
God.
we gotta go to potato.
Potato might not be the best way to describe right now.
Well, I mean, she's a potato now.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Jesus
Unless
Christ.
they cremated, then.
We'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, is cod dead? Is cod cremated?
Bet Records. That is BETT Records.
You know who?
gmail.com.
Let's go to NFL. You know who should be cremated after this week, bro? The fucking Vikings kicker, dude.
Oh, dude, what the fuck?
That was terrible.
On God, what is going on? Do they got something in the water or something?
I convinced a coworker that like knows nothing about football to do that work pick'em thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm gonna not pick the Vikings this week because it's gonna come down to a field goal, and they never make those anyways. She knows nothing about football, you know. She's just like, here's that every single time we lose.
Yeah.
And guess what happened this week? That exact same thing.
Yeah.
Well, how long? It was what, 30, 40 yards?
Dude, it was another chip shot.
Was that like
Yeah.
32? I think, or maybe it was 25 actually.
I was gonna say, it
Didn't he
wasn't
make
that far.
like? I heard he made 2 52s right before that too.
Zimmer was literally like, yeah, you gotta make those.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, dude. It's just our kickers is
a
just
curse.
always historically bad, dude.
It's a curse, man.
I know. We lost by 1 point against the Cardinals, which we were looking good that whole game, except for
it's so
Delvin
sad.
Cook walked off. Did he come back in the game
He
though?
came
I
back
think he
in.
did come back in
Yeah,
the game.
he came back in.
But I know he is still currently having ankle issues, so something to look forward to or look into leading to week 3. But otherwise, I think that was what Kirk's best game of the season so far.
I think,
let alone all maybe last year.
they're not doing bad. I just really think they're getting a lot of unfortunate circumstances. But unfortunate for some, Mike Zimmer being one of the main ones, he's actually in the hot seat.
Just because of the kicker thing or what?
No, apparently before this season, the owners basically said, if you guys don't make it to the playoffs, you're done.
Damn.
To Mike Zimmer.
Alright.
Because they're tired of losing. They got all this money in Dalvin Cook. They got all this money in Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
They got all these players everywhere making big dough, and they're like, why the fuck aren't we winning?
Yeah, they got Jefferson, they got Thielen. They probably got Thielen on a budget compared to other players just because he's like
Dalvin
homegrown.
Cook. You got Kirk Cousins, which honestly he's not a bad quarterback. He can make it to the playoffs. How far he goes is one thing, but he can definitely make it.
Right.
That defense just looks atrocious.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say too. Letting 34 points go against you.
What was the week before? Wasn't it up there too?
I have to go back.
I thought the last week they let through a bunch of points too. Obviously they're 0-2, so they haven't been doing something right on defense. But the weirdest thing is that he's a defensive-minded guy. So I usually, like in those cases where your head coach is a defensive coordinator, the defense is really good, but your offense kind of sucks. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of times people don't like defensive coaches for head coaches, because your offense tends to slack, whereas like offensive-minded coaches like Sean McVay and people like that, they put up 40 points, and if you can put up 40 points every game, it doesn't really matter how your defense does. Because chances are, I'd say half the time, they're not putting up 40 points.
Fair.
Pretty much.
So
unless you're the Bucks. But...
Unless you're the Bucks, then Yeah, that's a whole different
I was
thing.
gonna say he won 48-25 against the Falcons.
Who did the Vikings go last week?
Cardinals.
Last week.
Oh, week 1 was Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, yeah.
Yep.
What was the score in that one?
Because it went into overtime. Cincinnati won by the field goal. I think it was,
once
27
again.
to 30? 24-27, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
But still, that's a lot of points, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of
27.
Especially- I mean,
Yep.
granted, Joe Burrow, he's doing okay this year, but goddamn.
Yeah, it's a lot. And the Cardinals, is a high scoring,
Yeah.
offense, and we knew that coming into it too.
Kudos to them. It was a close game. I didn't think it would be close. I kind of
Right.
thought Cardinals would dominate Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they actually held their ground. It came down to a field goal. Obviously, as every Minnesota Vikings fan knows, field goals are not our friend.
Nope.
They've never been for 20 plus years. They haven't been. Going back to, I think it's Moon. I think is the guy who missed the fucking field goal in the NFC Championship game in the 90s.
Okay.
I mean, it's been a thing for a long time, and it's ridiculous.
Do you think that's the move? Like we were just saying. I mean, we have Cook. We have the wide receivers. We have the quarterback.
They need to just
Is
draft
the move a kicker or
in the
what?
first round, dude. On God. They just need to draft the best kicker available.
You heard it here first on Bet Records. We support drafting a kicker in the first round.
Dude, I don't know. They gotta
Any
do,
draft.
Honestly,
They gotta
yeah.
do something.
I mean, if you can find a guy that's gonna last you for like 20 years, drafting in the first round might be worth it. Honestly.
Fuck it.
You know what? I think it's until they put the horns on their head, before they run on the field. That's when they get fucked up. I think the kicker should just kick the ball without a helmet, and we might be better off. Because I'm thinking about it. Okay, if we drafted like Young Hoku or something, let's just say, or traded, I should say.
Would he
for
still
him.
be garbage?
He puts those horns on his head, bro. He's probably fucked, dude.
Oh,
It's
God.
just probably is what it is. Maybe we need to take the horns off. I don't know. Maybe we need to change our colors.
Maybe just get him a purple helmet with nothing on it. There's a plain helmet.
No, I think it should just be
Like a cheeseburger without the cheese.
No, maybe
Yeah.
they should just pick a fan out of the stands every game, just be the designated kicker.
Designated kicker.
Everyone donate to this charity, and we'll pick a
Section
random winner.
212, seat 6.
It's like Joey
You are
Duty.
the winner.
Donald Trump.
Oh God, this kid's like 6. Get this kid a helmet.
I mean, he might be better, honestly. I don't
There-
know.
that's kind of what I'm thinking, but there are so many ways that could go wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that seat, that lady is pregnant. That's not going to work out very well, is it?
Somebody's in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Get this lady a set of shoulder pads and a helmet.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
shit. What do you think about that Saints and Panthers game, though? Panthers won 26-7 in week 2.
Yeah.
Saints could not pull it together.
That Panthers defense, dude, they're putting up a fight this year. I don't know what got into them. They haven't been very good the last bunch of years. I don't know if it's just a fluke off these first couple games because honestly, I can't name a single person on that defense.
Yeah, me neither.
So I don't know if it's just a fluke, if they're just feeling it. But Sam Darnold, wow, he's doing really good over there in Carolina.
Yeah, he had at least 2 touchdown passes, not 3, if I remember right.
Yeah.
The only point came from Winston actually running up in the middle for 8 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah.
On the other side there. Kamara I think he got about 7 fantasy points this week.
Yep.
Basically non-existent there. McCaffrey had a touchdown and another 100 yards as well. It was a good week for Carolina. I think Sam Darnold is looking pretty nice.
I think it really proves that the problem isn't like Sam Darnold. I think we all know now that the problem is the Jets.
What was the Jets?
If you've looked at Zach Wilson's numbers, he is not doing very well over there. He did really bad week 1. He did really bad week 2. Same thing with Jacksonville. I don't know what's going on over there, but they're not doing very well. Trevor Lawrence, he's not doing very well either. And we can see what happens when you put a fresh quarterback into a good system.
Yeah.
Like Mac Jones, he's ripping it up in New England.
Yep,
Well,
they are
that's
winning.
why
They're running it a lot too.
Yeah,
but-
it doesn't matter. If you win the games and you're playing well, Mac Jones is playing well.
Yeah.
It's not about, they may be running it more, but that's just good coaching.
Yep.
If your quarterback's not ready to launch it 50 times a game, don't tell him to launch it 50 times a game.
Right.
It's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
so I think that's part of it, and we're now seeing that it's a lot more about the system, which I think we're going to start getting a lot. I think the Jets, I think they're losing their everything after this year.
Oh,
And then I also think the Jacksonville GM is going to get fired as well.
I think so.
I don't think Urban Meyer is going to get fired because he's a really good college head coach.
Yeah.
Especially on your trial run
On
year.
his first year with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at Lawrence right now. He's got 5 interceptions thrown already.
Yeah.
3 in the
Damn,
first week,
that's
2 last week. He got 8 points this after week 2.
So I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, you know? I mean, he's never coached NFL before. Yeah, he's good in college, but it's a lot different.
Yeah.
But I think that GM needs to be fucking canned. I mean, just somebody needs to be canned over there in Jacksonville. I don't think it's fair to do Urban Meyer, but I guess we'll fucking see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
It's a pretty intense business, you know. You only get a couple chances to not fuck up.
You gotta make it or break it.
Exactly.
Pretty much. Bears pulled it out 20-17. Dalton remains questionable coming into week 3 if his knee allows him to play.
Did they name Fields the starter yet?
So far it looks like it's still. I'm kind of looking through the report now. Looks like Justin Fields does appear to be in the lineup currently to make his first career start on Sunday. Do you think that if they promote this rookie quarterback to the spot due to an injury, that Dalton could come back, whether it's a decent performance or not? I think once it's done, it's done here. Do you think Dalton, this injury is now has got him on the bench rest of the year?
Yep. I think if Justin Fields puts up a performance like he did in the preseason, I think he's your starter all year.
Yeah, and we kind of thought that initially too. I know that you have Justin Fields on your team, and that's why you're saving him up.
Yep.
So far, he's got no touchdowns. He hasn't played that much, obviously. He had 13 attempts last week with 1 interception, though. So that looks kind of promising, huh, Josh? Doesn't it?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Oh, no, I don't think that's very good at all. Not gonna lie, that's a joke. That was sarcasm. No, that was sarcasm. I think they've just, Cincinnati was an okay defense. The Rams were a good defense. We only saw 2 attempts that first week against the Rams defense. He did complete both of them. But I think just because Dalton's injured, they can put Fields in. If he is, if he does great, I think Dalton may be considered to stay back. Otherwise, if Justin Fields does kind of decent or below what they, are hoping he does in these next upcoming weeks, if he does start this week, I think that they make that switch back. Mm-hmm. Just because Dalton is the experienced guy back there. He's played on how many teams? It's his first year for the Bears, I'm pretty sure, right? Or
yep.
Did he play? No, he didn't play with them last year, did they? I can't think now, but either way, I think that just due to an injury, it would be fine to bring him back. If it was due to Dalton's performance to bring Fields in, I don't think there's any going back at that point.
But if Fields rips it up, he's going to be your guy.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I was going to say, they do have him projected like 19, 20 points coming down here in the next couple of weeks. They play Cleveland, which is known for a pretty tough defense matchup there. Detroit, Vegas, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, San Francisco, Pittsburgh defense. They got a
tough stretch.
Yeah, they got a tough 6 games here. If you, Josh, let's say if you had Ryan Tannehill and Justin Fields as your 2 quarterbacks, who would you play?
Ryan Tannehill?
Yes. God awful on my fucking dog shit team, Ryan Tannehill or Justin Fields.
I mean,
without knowing Tannehill's matchups.
I'd play Tannehill right now, just because Justin Fields is kind of a questionable.
Yep.
I don't think. I think moving it forward a couple weeks again, if Fields rips it up, I mean that's the way you gotta go in that scenario. If Fields starts ripping it up and he puts up like a Deshaun Watson rookie performance like he did, or a Lamar Jackson when he was a rookie where he gets 30 points a game.
Yep.
You gotta put him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that rookie time.
I mean, shit, you gotta put him in.
It's true. All right, last question. Let's move on to our fantasy team performances here. If you had to start one of these rookies, Wilson, Mac Jones, or Justin Fields, in a heartbeat, who would you pick?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Yeah.
I agree
Yep.
with that.
He's more consistent, and we don't know how Fields is going to perform yet.
Yep. I think that's what I would say as well. We'll definitely have to check out how Justin Fields does this week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and start with my team, and then I'm gonna go to whoever wants to go next for their best and worst fantasy players that performed this week for them. I again did not pull out a victory, and I blame
0-2, baby, huh?
I blame Tennessee for that entirely. Julio Jones finally got me 15 points that night, but my winner this week, CMC, he'll be my winner all week long, all season long. Got me 22 points this week with 1 touchdown, bunch of receiving yards as well. My worst player this week was George Kittle with only 3 points, almost 4 points, but he did fucking nothing for me. He got 4 receptions for, 17 yards? Yeah, pretty much nothing. But I did have Rondale Moore go off this week against Minnesota. I don't know if you guys saw that touchdown where he was just pretty much left in the wide open. But he had 21 points this week, over 100 yards receiving, and 1 touchdown on my bench, of course. But, yeah, that's some good promise for me and my team here. Josh, who was your number one in your last
My
place?
number one, just like last week, was Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Guys tearing it up over in Rams. I do have Fields on my bench, like you said. I probably will never play him this season, honestly.
Yeah.
Except for maybe that bye week.
Bye
But
week.
if Fields rips it up, I know I'm going to be looking around to see who needs a quarterback.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to talk to Matt Stafford and have him throw it to Robert Woods a little bit more? I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
All right.
Or if he could, teleport to Miami and give Mike Gesicki the ball. Or even Tyler Bass in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Have him to kick the ball a few times for us. That'd be
maybe
okay, too.
Bass could throw a touchdown or something, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, I think...
Bass, my lowest performer, is my kicker, 5 points, which honestly, that's not bad.
Yeah.
But that's still pretty lackluster. But yeah, I barely fucking lost this week.
Yeah, me too.
Denver's D put up 9 points for me.
Speaking of Miami, with Tua injured, now they have their backup quarterback in there. I have Jalen Waddle on my bench as well. He did great in week 1, only about 6 points in week 2. I'm sure Gesicki didn't do very well either. Miami scored 0 points. I knew someone with their kicker on their team. I'm sure someone did in our league. 0 points. They didn't even get close enough in field goal range, bro. So do you think that we can even play any of these Miami guys for the next 2 weeks?
In current situation, no. But I don't know what to do. I got Gesicki. I had Irv Smith.
Tight end, yeah.
I had Irv Smith. He was my ace in the hole this season. I thought he was gonna get me like 20 points a game.
Yeah.
But it looks like that's not the case for me.
Nope.
That did not.
Gonna get 0 all season long.
Yeah. So
Talk about consistency, though.
I don't really know what the fuck to do. Honestly, I have no idea.
Yeah, you'll have to look into some waivers maybe for a tight end and see what your bench is looking like. Maybe drop Fields and take a chance.
Definitely not dropping Fields.
See what happens there. Q-Tip? Q-Tip got Q-Tip's the only winner in the room.
Beat Justin by
dude.
just over 10 points.
We got to talk to Justin about this next week, so make sure you check with us then where Q-Tip validates his win against Justin and Fez.
I definitely think it was validated.
Yeah, why? How'd your team do? Who'd you got?
So my star player this week was actually the Buffalo defense with a whopping 22 points.
Hell yeah. They shut Miami down, bro.
Yeah,
they made their quarterback tap out, literally.
35-0. Damn, man, that was a crazy game.
Yep.
Then I had Baker Mayfield coming in at 18.52. I technically should have played Garoppolo, even though he was projected last, because he went 19.56 points.
Yeah. Yep.
Lowest players I had was Tyler Higbee and Jalen Rager. They got 130 and 1.50 respectively.
Them.
They're not very good. I should have played Zach Moss, even though he was projected.
Did you win this week, Q? I wasn't. Sorry.
Yeah, I won this week. Yep, I beat Justin.
Yep. We're gonna get Justin on next week and ask him.
What are you? Are you 2-0 now?
I'm 1-1.
1-1.
I should have beat Cole, but I forgot to play Zach Moss.
Yeah. Literally, he
And
probably
also,
should have won.
apparently I should have played Zach Moss this week too, even though he's projected like no points because he went 14 points this week.
And I mean that Miami. I mean, like we just said, Miami got 0 points. That Miami team just was dog shit after Tua left. They had no chance in that game.
Yeah.
But I don't get because Singletary scored a touchdown too this week, and then the Zach Moss did good I guess this week too. Did he score a touchdown, Zach Moss? I didn't even really watch the game. I was driving all day on Sunday. But
I didn't watch any football this week, really.
No, I listened and watched literally the last 2 minutes of the Vikings one, and then I watched the Sunday night one too. I guess I watched the one last night too. What did you think about Green Bay? You didn't? Yeah, obviously you didn't watch it.
No, I
Green
watched
Bay.
like 5 minutes of it.
Green Bay pulled out the victory. A-Rod is back in it. Where the fuck is the score? There it is. 17-35.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Against the Lions. Aaron Jones had almost 40 points. I believe he had 3 rushing. No.
4.
Yep, 4 touchdowns, couple of receiving because they're little dump-off passes on the side. Some good screen plays and just some good play calling, actually, honestly. They kind of broke it down there. Q-Tip, you didn't watch it either. Fuck.
No, I didn't
Did
see
you?
that game.
Did you watch the end of it?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think about fucking the Manning brothers commentating the end of the game? I was like, dude,
That's pretty funny.
I thought some parts were funny, and then other times I'm like, okay, well, this is just fucking dumb. Manning's like, oh, he really didn't want to intercept or throw an interception there. He probably, landed off his hand wrong. Well, no shit. He didn't want to throw an interception there. I mean, what the fuck? But Hawkinson did good again last night. He was actually been doing pretty good so far in this season. Goff did all right. Both running backs didn't perform as they did last week. They both got 20 points each on Detroit there. But that was pretty exciting game to watch. I had the opportunity to take the over of betting someone $20 for the Green Bay team to win 11.5 or more points. Thought that was fucking ridiculous after Week 1's performance. Didn't take it. Is Green Bay back to stay? Are they gonna go back to the championship again like every other year? Or
No, they're not gonna go to the championship.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not this year. I think they might get close, but probably not.
you guys still think what? You think both weeks are flukes now or what? They both they did super good for no reason. Now
I
they
think
did.
they're a mediocre
I
team.
think they're gonna run in the middle of the pack. I think the rest of the teams will catch up and just be better.
So, and obviously,
I don't know who the fuck wins our division.
that's what I was gonna ask.
I know
Obviously, the
that,
Vikings
but-
are 0-2. The Lions, I believe, as well are gonna be. Nope, the Lions are 0-2 as well.
Yep.
Green Bay's 1-1.
Are the Bears? Are they 0-2?
Nope, they're 1-1 because they did win this week against
okay.
Cincinnati. So it's, I guess, is it between the Packers and the Bears?
At this point, it's pretty wide open.
At this point, I think
Still
it's
wide open.
clear victory for the Packers, dude. I mean,
It's hard
unless
to say
Detroit
that.
pulls
Week
it
2
together.
now.
It's only week 2.
Yeah, I think it's a
a
hard
little
statement
early.
We're
to
gonna be
say.
talking about this in weeks. It's only week 6, bro. There's still half the season to go.
I think by week 6 there should be a pretty clear two
Yeah, a little hierarchy.
Yeah.
two hierarchy.
But even so, it could still change.
Yep,
Yeah, even
that's what I'm
that's-
saying.
it's
We're gonna be
always-
saying it's only week 6. It's only week 7.
You can go 0-6. You can still win.
I
the
won't
division
be
easily.
set on the Packers until week 14, 13.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Should we get into let's get into our picks for week 3 and all the matchups, starting with Thursday's game here. The Panthers we just talked about versus the Texans. Josh?
Panthers 3-0.
Who you
I'd
got?
probably take the Panthers, yeah.
Yep, I'm definitely going Panthers
Tyrod
as
Taylor
well.
out.
Yep.
I will not be on the Texans. I think they're going to have a lackluster game, and I think the Panthers are going to steamroll their way to a cool, calm, collective 3-0 start.
Yep. I am on that same wavelength as well. Next, we got the 0-2 Colts versus the 1-1 Titans.
I
I'd say it's pretty easy.
got the
Titans.
Colts on this one.
You think so? I would say Titans.
Wentz has a double ankle sprain.
Yep.
They're going to do Brissett this week.
Yep.
Jonathan Taylor has looked like shit this season so far.
Sure.
You're going with underdog.
Colts.
Q-Tip, I'm with you on the
Colts by
Titans as
10.
I'm
well.
on the Titans.
Colts by 10.
By 10.
10.
By 10.
Yeah, you'll see.
You'll see.
All right, $10.
No.
Come
You
on.
won't take the
Colts win by 10
I
points.
don't like
$10.
sports
Oh,
no
my
thanks.
goodness.
Okay.
too risky.
So, all right. Well, just click mute on that mic closest to you. Thanks. All right. And he's going for mine. No, I thought you were going to. Next matchup: 0-2 Giants versus the 0-2 Falcons. This is gonna be an amazing game. Who you got?
Fucking garbage.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's a fucking toss-up. I don't know, man. The Giants, maybe?
I don't think I'd bet on the Giants. I think I'd bet on the Falcons if I
Yeah.
really had to.
I don't know.
But it's
dude.
tough.
Maybe
That
the
is a bit of a
Giants?
toughie.
I mean, they got Saquon.
I don't trust except for the
I don't trust either of
except
them.
for the Bills. I don't trust any team from New York.
Just because they got you 22 fantasy points this week, or what?
Well, no, I've always been high on Bills.
Oh, okay. My coworker picked them to win last week because they looked like a pull tab with that red stripe on it. I'm like, all right, you go for that. They won. Well, yeah, shut Miami out. That was funny. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Giants. I mean, Daniel Jones has been doing good. He still has one turnover each game, but he still has 2 passing touchdowns. He had a rushing touchdown in the first week, if not the second week.
Bad.
He's been fine. Barkley got 9 points last week. They're starting to bring him back into the offense. I think week 3 is when Barkley shows his true colors against a shit Falcons defense.
I don't know.
I think Barkley's coming out
I
as
think
a
it's
monster
gonna be
this week.
Shit show of a game that nobody's gonna watch.
I agree that it's not going to be an interesting game. I'm going with Giants. I think Barkley comes back this week. Next up, we got the 1-1 Chargers versus the 1-1 Chiefs. After losing by 1 point.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs on this one. I think
I'd
they're
say
gonna be
Chiefs,
ramped up to win again.
Yep. Yeah.
That Baltimore game, that was close as shit.
Yep.
I mean,
They lost by 1 point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
It was super close.
I would like to see the Chargers win, but I don't think they would. I think the Chiefs would be favored pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chiefs are probably definitely favored. I don't have the Vegas odds on here, but I would assume they obviously are because they were in the championship last year. The Chargers have looked decent. They're 1-1, like we said, but yeah, Herbert hasn't been doing very well for fantasy wise. Mike Williams has been getting a touchdown every week. The wide receiver too. Keenan Allen. They've been playing some good defenses so far as well too, and then they go up against Kansas City as well, who has a pretty above average defense too. So I will go with the Chiefs as well, but that is going to be an interesting game there. Another interesting game. I like a lot of the matchups this week. This is going to be a great week. 1-1 Bengals versus the 1-1 Steelers in Steel City.
Yeah, you got the Steelers on that one with that defense. I mean, T.J. Watt's going to be just running up and down the field on that.
He's been doing stupid this year already.
Yeah, I go Steelers too. I think they should shut him out.
I think Steelers as well. I don't think they're gonna shut them out.
Not like quite shut him out, but I think they're gonna be able to lock him.
I'm worried with Big Ben and the Steelers offense. Honestly, Najee Harris got a little dump pass for a touchdown this week. Great. They're 1-1. Deontay Johnson is out for a good couple weeks here. If you got who's the wide receiver? Not Claypool. Schuster. If you got Smith-Schuster, you have to play him in your league, bro. He's gonna get a ton of targets with Deontay Johnson out.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Steelers as well for that one. 1-1 teams again. We got the Bears at the Browns.
You know, that's a tough one. I think it's going to be up to Fields. I think the Bears are actually going to pull it out this week. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Bears by 3.
Okay.
Probably a fourth quarter, 4 minutes to go, kind of lead switch kind of a thing.
Yep.
But yeah, I got Bears by 3.
Yeah, closer game. I think going to favor the Bears.
I think I'm sticking with Browns. That double running back game, monstrous. Baker Mayfield has been doing fine. Nothing super crazy, but he's been consistent with 18 points every week for fantasy, you know. So he's doing all right. They're 1-1. I'm going with Browns there. Next we got the 0-2 Lions versus the 1-1 Ravens.
You gotta take the Ravens here.
Yep.
You gotta take the Ravens.
I would say so.
Yep, I would as well. Definitely with Lamar. I mean, they did it against Kansas City. There's no reason they can't do it against the Lions. Here's an interesting one. 2 more 1-1 teams again. The Saints at New England Patriots.
That's a tough one, but I think I'm gonna take New England here. I don't think the Saints are gonna be that good this year. Like I said, I didn't really like the Jameis Winston start over Taysom Hill to start with, so I'm not really on the hype. I think it was a fluke week 1. But,
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, I got the other guys here.
Yeah, Patriots.
Patriots.
Yep. I'm not high on the Saints. Always high on the Pats, baby.
There you go. We smoking the New England strain. We high on the Patriots this week. I'm going with them as well against the Saints. It just depends on what kind of Jameis Winston we get, honestly. And with Kamara getting shut out last week, they're in. They're at the Patriots' home field. I think the coaching at the Patriots will carry Mac Jones to do very well this season.
Yep.
Let alone their running backs. Both of them have been doing well as well.
Yes.
Now we got a 2-0 team versus an 0-2 team. The Cardinals versus the Jags.
Yeah, you gotta go Cards here.
Yeah.
I think the Cards scoot to a nice clean 3-0.
Yep, Cards are doing pretty damn good so far, so I think that's pretty obvious 3-0 for them.
Yep, I agree with that as well. Next, we got 2 more 1-1 teams: Washington versus the Bills.
That's a tough game, honestly.
Yep.
Honestly, I think it's a tough game. I mean, God, that's tough. I think the Bills are gonna squeak away just because of
Josh Allen.
overall. Josh Allen, they've been there before. They've done it. They've been far in the playoffs. But I'm not gonna knock Washington. I think it's gonna be a close game. I think Bills by 1.
Yep, I think the Bills are going to take it, but yeah, I think it's going to be very close overall.
Yep. I would have to say the Bills as well, just because I'm not convinced on Taylor Heineke yet for Washington, because Fitzpatrick is still out. So I'm going with Bills as well, especially because they are at home.
Yep.
Next one here, 2-0 Broncos versus the 0-2 Jets at Denver.
Yeah, we gotta go with Broncos on this one. Broncos clean by to a cool 3-0, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, Broncos for sure. New York? No.
You got a hot take from Q-Tip. New York? Nope. I mean, yeah, the Broncos won 23-13 against the Jags last week. Another team that is not looking very good this
they
season.
have a nice schedule.
Yeah, the Broncos so far, at least at the beginning, have been doing pretty well. So I'm taking
schedule.
Yeah, yep, literally. They have a preseason for the actual regular season at this point. Going with the Broncos as well there. I'm actually picking them in the Vegas sweepstakes on Yahoo as well. So hopefully they win for that. 1-1 Dolphins versus the Raiders that are 2-0. Now with Tua out in Miami.
Raiders.
That's what I figured.
Yeah,
Q-Tip?
I'm also going to go with the Raiders.
Yeah, I don't think the Dolphins win another game until Tua comes back, unless something crazy happens.
No,
That's
0-35. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's really bad.
And the Bills are
Are
good.
Are they gonna be the first 0-17 team?
Well, the Dolphins already did win one game
Oh.
because they're 1-1.
Oh, I thought you said 0-2.
No, Raiders are 2-0.
Oh,
That's right,
I thought you
yeah.
said 0-2 on Miami.
So, do I see them winning a game in the next 6 weeks? Haven't even looked at their schedule. No. But let's look at their schedule, shall we? Let's go and take a look. So, let's see. Vegas this week. Then they play the Colts.
Nope.
They then play Tampa Bay.
Nope.
That's week 5. Week 6, they play Jacksonville.
Maybe.
Which maybe. Atlanta in week 7.
Maybe.
Another maybe. Week 8, they play Buffalo again. Nope. But Tua might be back for week 9.
Keep going.
Houston there, week 9.
Maybe.
Baltimore.
No.
Nope. Week 10. The Jets in week 11.
Maybe.
That's a good chance there. Carolina in week 12.
Nope.
Not good chances there. They got the Giants in week 13.
Maybe.
That's a maybe, as well as the Jets again in week 15.
Again, a maybe.
Yeah, they got some good games
They
there.
got some maybes.
The Saints, Tennessee, and then the Patriots to finish it off there. So I think
Maybe, no, and no.
Yeah, I think they win one of those 3 games.
I think
maybe
they get a couple maybes. I don't think I'm unless they got Tua.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do either. They were in talks with Deshaun Watson, in the preseason here. Maybe they go back that route. Maybe they call up little Cam Newton.
What's going on with that? I mean, why, is it just the allegations over the spring, or?
Yep.
Because the Houston, they just elevated that no name ahead of Watson.
Yep. Exactly. Basically, Houston doesn't want any bad publicity. They said, all right, you're still in contract, but we're ready to sit you and make you a healthy scratch every single game this whole season.
Jesus.
They have zero plan of playing him. I think if this dude gets injured, they probably still wouldn't play him.
Shit.
Just get a fucking rando.
Yeah, just get
Jesus,
one of the
that's
no-name Vikings quarterbacks that we had to draft for preseason because everyone had COVID. Just grab one of them off the street. They're probably still bagging groceries at the local Target in the cities, you know what I mean?
God.
So, I don't know what they really do in Miami. We'll kind of see what happens with Tua in the upcoming weeks here. Speaking of the Vikings, the next game coming up here, the 0-2 Vikings versus the Seattle Seahawks. 1-1 for Seattle. It is at home in Minnesota.
That's a toughie.
We got some good games, honestly, in this later slate.
I'd like to believe maybe the Vikings should pull something out here, but I mean, they're not been looking so good so far.
And,
The Seahawks have been looking not terrible.
I think the Seahawks win by a field goal.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah,
Exactly
probably.
a missed
I
field
think
goal.
it's gonna be 0-3 for
It's
the
probably going
Vikes.
to just come down to the fucking field goal again.
Yeah, I think the Vikings 0-3 to start or end week 3.
Yeah.
Here is the game I'm most excited
This
about.
is a good one.
3:30 game, our Central Time here. The 2-0 Bucks versus the 2-0 your boys, the Rams. Josh, who do you got in this
That's a big
matchup?
game.
I mean, both good quarterbacks. Tom Brady a
big
little bit
game.
better. We have to say that he's been amazing this season
Yeah.
already.
That's
Both
a-
great defenses.
That's a NFC Championship like preview right there.
Yep.
Yeah, it could be, dude.
It's a big game, dude.
Yep,
It's a really big game.
it is at the
I
Rams.
I think since it's at SoFi, I think Rams have it. I think it's going to be close, as it always is with Tom Brady.
Yep.
But if it was at the Bucks, I
Yep.
think they would take it. But I think home field advantage is going to take it this week, and I think
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I think the Rams go 3-0, and I think the Tom Brady takes his first loss of the season. I think Aaron Donald is going to soup him up.
Yeah, I think if we're gonna see a loss of the Bucks like in this early part of the season, I think this would be the game to see it for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I think so too. It is a great team, like we already mentioned. The first 2 wins for the Bucks have been at home, so this
Yep.
will be their first road game.
Yep.
So it will be interesting
I
to
heard
see how Brady
SoFi
does.
is loud.
Yeah, yeah, I believe it. I don't know if the Rams probably played at home already. I just
Yeah,
have to
they did.
assume. Did they?
Yep,
Okay.
last week.
Oh, yep. Oh, they hey, the Rams have played even week 1. They did play at home as well. I believe this is week 1. So the Rams have only played at home. So
Yeah.
that's kind of interesting too. But yeah, they I think I'm going with the Rams as well due to that same reason there. I think Rams end up 3-0 after week 3. Next interesting game here, the 1-1 Packers versus the San Francisco 49ers.
So they
49ers are home 2-0.
They're 2-0, really?
Yep, 49ers
Wow.
2-0.
I don't know, man. Who's their starter now? Is it Trey Lance still?
No, it's Jimmy G, baby. Jimmy G
Jimmy
did.
G.
How's he been? How many points did he get you this last week?
He got 19, 52.
Week 1.
Week 1, I think it was pretty similar. Actually.
18 or 19. He had a
Yeah,
rushing
it's been
touchdown
good,
this
pretty damn
week.
good.
Jimmy G rushing touchdown week 2.
Yeah, what do we have week 1? Let me double check that.
They were away at the Eagles this week,
Jimmy
won
G.
17-11.
Where is it home?
Week 1 actually was only 14.
Who's got home?
14. San Francisco is home this week
I got San Fran.
against the Pack.
Yeah, Jimmy G projected 17 this week.
All right. Yeah, so still about the same.
Yep.
Q-Tip, who you got? San Fran or the Packs?
For the Packs, I think I'm gonna take SF. Yeah.
Yep. San Francisco. I would go with them as well.
Maybe.
They're at home. I think the biggest thing is the coaching staff.
Yeah.
I mean, the running backs are just fucking breaking a leg literally every game, every time that they make a run. So that's just kind of going, south for them. The quarterback situation is fine. They're doing good with it, obviously. So we'll see how they do against, Packers defense that woke up in week 2 here. Then the Monday night game this week, 1-1 Eagles versus the 1-1 Cowboys at Dallas.
The boys, baby.
Boys.
Yeah, I think
What's the ticker
Dak's
home?
been ripping it up this year. Holy buckets, dude.
Yep.
He's back.
Yeah, he did not let his injury hold him back. He definitely came back strong this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dak is back. I believe.
Dak
I don't
is
think he
back.
did throw a touchdown this week though. I believe he did throw like 200 yards, but all of them were, I believe, rushing touchdowns from Pollard and Elliott as well.
Yep.
And they just barely squeaked by in that game, winning 20-17 against the Chargers.
Yep.
So I would take them as well, though, there. And that is the last game that I got for week 3.
Now what?
I don't know. Do we want to get into the Gabby story now?
Oh, yeah.
Gabby story? Yeah, we go into Gabby Petito. So, that's basically been the big story this whole last week. That's what I've been seeing all week. You know, we talked about some of the other stuff we were talking about earlier, the space stuff that I didn't know anything about.
Just for those viewers, these cavemen don't know what the Inspiration 4 space mission was this last week. So go ahead and roast them when you see them in person if you haven't.
Oh, what? You want to talk about that first before we go to this Gabby thing?
No, we're not talking about that because you don't know what anything about it.
No, I am busy managing 5 different fantasy football teams right now, okay? And a FanDuel league, a DraftKings league.
He's an unpaid intern.
Making money.
Yeah, I'm an unpaid intern.
But yes,
you're correct on the unpaid part. We do not pay you.
I personally
unless you use that promo code in that link for that hot sauce.
Yeah, the promo code I pay you.
I pay you.
It's an IOU, but it's a I pay you.
Yeah, we'll get our hot ones sponsorship.
Use code I pay you for $20 instantly in your cart. That's I pay you.
Anywhere. You can use it anywhere. Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart. Put it in your Target grocery shopping list as well.
That's BETTrecords@gmail.com.
No, that's not the code. It's just BETT. Remember?
I got excited.
Yeah, it's okay. But anyways, yes.
Discounts exciting.
Let's calm down. Now we got got the Q-tip. We got the Gabby story.
Yeah,
so what happened? So people went missing. I honestly haven't seen it at all.
So this girl, she's got missing. This is what I've been seeing all over my social media. It's on Facebook, Reddit, everywhere basically. And it's been just new updates every day. So basically, the idea was that this girl went missing. She was last seen with her boyfriend, and they had a fight. And there's like audio of the fight and stuff like that. They found the boyfriend went home. He was found.
Hey, Q-tip, you're stuck in a cave.
What the heck?
No, keep going.
The boyfriend was found. They refused to talk to him, and their parents immediately warned him.
No, stop. Why? I can't even hear myself right now. Q-tip doesn't have headphones.
I know, that's why I was like, I looked and I was like,
right now.
wait a minute, he doesn't have headphones. He doesn't even hear it.
No, he had no idea.
Okay, sorry.
All right, we found our way out of the cave.
All right, yes.
So last scene with her boyfriend.
Yep, yeah. So they set out to, like, on a van to like visit national parks or whatever. Back in, well, I guess in like July, or let's see here. What's the timeline here? Back in August, she was like last seen around.
So like a month ago.
Grand 10, Wyoming, heading towards Yellowstone National Park. She had last communication with her family on August 30th. And then Laundry, the boyfriend, he returns back home to where he and Gabby were staying with his parents. And the family reports are missing on September 11th, about 10 days ago. Yeah, and so basically it's been blown up where like he's gone missing. The FBI is like searching the boyfriend's family home now.
Man.
Her parents have like lured up. They're refusing to say anything. It's pretty crazy. It's very nuts.
Yeah.
Weird. And he's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, he has nowhere to be found currently. They did just find some remains that they ID'd to be Gabby, so she's confirmed dead. Yeah, so yeah, it's a very, very nuts situation.
Interesting.
Pretty nutty.
Sounds pretty nuts.
It's definitely wild. It's got to think too, and especially like thinking about like the world we live in. I've seen a lot of posts come up, which I don't know if this is like controversial or whatnot, but a lot of posts that are like, oh, it's only blowing up so much because she's like a white female or whatever, and she's, you know, where a lot of the media has been gearing around like people of color and like all these other things with like the George Floyd and just rallying behind like Black Lives Matter and all that.
Yeah.
A lot of those people are calling out saying, oh, this story is only getting hype because again, she's like a white, but in my eyes it's like that's not the case.
Yeah.
Because of all the cases that have been blowing up over the past, like Breonna Taylor, everybody knows that name.
Yeah.
Like everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like you can't make those kind of arguments towards stuff like this, especially because it's kind of a national thing. Like, Jesus, like, especially at a state park, like, fuck.
Yeah, it's a big
Can you
case,
imagine if
yeah.
you, like, walked by that fucking van they found and
Yeah, that would be scary.
opened it up and...
I mean, that's... Yeah, no, for sure. I don't think it's like that at all. Especially, like, this last week, like, what I've seen is where it blew up. It literally blew up on Facebook, I believe, because it was, like, the parents were sharing a Facebook post, and then it got shared and shared and shared, and, you know, thousands of different shares, you know, thousands of different likes, you know, it goes everywhere, and then other people start talking about it on other social media platforms.
Yep.
You know, it's just natural, like, viral attraction, you know what I mean? I don't think it has anything to do with what you were talking about,
Yeah.
I think, it's just natural for something like that to happen. I think it would have happened with anybody, you know, if anybody's parents said anything about their missing kid, you know.
So it says death rule the homicide. Does that mean that, like, the other dude definitely killed her or what?
Yeah.
Pretty much the number one suspect.
Well, she was found dead inside of his van.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Yeah. And like I say, he's been on the run. Some people aren't even sure if he's in the country still anymore, so, yeah, we're not even sure.
Damn, I wish we had Justin. Conor McGregor throws out first pitch at Chicago Cubs game and nearly hits a fan in the front row.
Jesus Christ.
You got the video?
They play the Twins, like, at Chicago.
Did you guys see that? He tried to fight MGK at, what was it, the Emmys? Or the Grammys?
Yeah, where were you last week when we talked?
Oh yeah, I wasn't here last week. Well, I'm just saying, you know, that's a related story.
I know, no, yeah.
Where's the video? Let's pull it up here real quick.
Hey, fucking MMA junkie, fuck off.
But yeah, we'll keep track on this Gabby story. As of now, the guy's missing. They just took the parents into custody for aiding and abetting, I believe.
Yeah, so we'll see how that works.
And so now they're searching their home, and we'll hear more as the week progresses.
Bro, this literally just happened at 7 p.m. today, and it has almost 2 million views. Dude, yeah, stick to UFC, Connor. Check that out.
Jesus.
Dude.
That was terrible. Oh my god.
Nowhere, bro.
Holy moly.
Here's him throwing a football at the Dallas Cowboys game.
When was this?
2018.
2018.
I
guess they put it in the same post. But no, this was literally against the Twins.
One more.
Which
Do
one?
that one. The first one.
First one? Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Do that once more.
I'll put this on our Instagram if you want to check it out. I will either put a link in our story
I'll
highlights.
retweet
Wasn't
it
even
on
close.
Twitter.
Yeah, retweet it on Twitter. BetMGM. Just a bit outside from Conor McGregor. That was like, yeah.
I was like 30 feet away.
Yeah. Hey, maybe his suit was a little bit too tight, bro. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But.
Another good point, we should adjust it here, is I can see on the side there's an ad for Volkanovski and Ortega this weekend. That'll be good. That's going to be good.
Yeah, big UFC fight coming up this week. Volkanovski, Ortega. We also have the co-main event, which is also a championship fight.
Yep, is that the women's fighters, right?
Yeah, let me get the names here. It's escaping me at the current moment. Jesus.
Is it Dana White? Oh, wait, that's a dude. I forget.
Oh, my God. You guys. You and your goddamn Jake Paul brothers.
We have... Jesus, what is this?
Fuck
Let me see
Dana
if I can pull it
White,
up.
bro.
What is it, UFC 253?
266.
266, damn. I don't know why I said 253.
Fight card. We have... Yeah. Shevchenko versus Murphy.
There we go. That's what it is.
Shevchenko is a monster.
She is
I don't
a beast.
know why I couldn't think of that. And then you also have Nate Diaz. I think is Nate Diaz versus Robbie Lawler? Is that in this fight too?
Yeah, apparently.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I think I
Yeah.
do remember that from earlier. Yeah, but now I can see it's on the card. Must be. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a crazy fight too. This is
It's gonna be some good.
this is
fights.
a really good fight.
It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, a really good fight. We're gonna have more on it. I think we're gonna have a special episode come out this week, later on in the week, leading up towards Saturday night. Just kind of outlining what's going on, who's
Yeah, we
fighting,
gotta get
who's the odds, all that good stuff.
We gotta get our in-house UFC analyst on
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we're gonna have our
Expert.
UFC expert come on and go through everything. So keep an eye out. Probably towards, I'd say probably we'll launch that one probably around Friday would be my guess.
Yep.
So just keep an eye out for that if you're interested in the fights and knowing the odds and all that good stuff. So keep an eye out for that.
Yep, keep an eye out for that. Make sure to follow our Instagram as well.
Do we have any big fantasy football stuff coming out later this week?
Yep, we're gonna have a football video as well. Let's see. It'll probably come out Tuesday. Or
Okay.
sorry, what day is today? Today's Tuesday.
Today is
It'll
Tuesday.
come out on Thursday. Thursday, right before the Thursday night football matchup, which we kind of covered with the Panthers. There, I believe it's against Houston, if I remember correctly. But against the Texans. We'll do a FanDuel kind of lineup for that as well. So make sure you follow that. We'll do a couple videos for Sunday's matchup as well. We got a lot of stuff coming, so make sure you do follow us everywhere. Make sure to like and let us know what questions you have for us. I mean, fuck it. Send us an email. Throw a comment in our Instagram. Let us know what topics you want us to hit. Fantasy football advice, UFC, betting, whatever you want. Let
Email
us know.
us up at qtiphasgiantpepperoni-nipples@gmail.com. That is qtiphasgiantpepperoni-nipples@gmail.com.
Bet records with 2 T's at gmail.com. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Jose the dude trip. I like how she move it. I like how she move it. I got that new whip. Jose the dude trip. I like how she move it. I like how she move it.